Hey guys, how's it going? Hopefully good. Well, I am getting this car ready to sell, finally. I've said that several times before, but this time I think it's going to stick because I've got my eye on something else, and this is a source of funding for some things. So I'm going to fix that quarter panel, and that's about it. Just doing a little bit of sprucing up with this. I ask people on the A-Body forum sometimes against my better judgment. I asked them, I said, have you ever seen any other turbine bronze 68 Valiants? And so far, nobody has. Years ago, a person or two might have. But last time I checked the thread, there was a big fat zero. So this may be the only one anywhere around here. So it's quite a rare car just in that respect. But that's not the subject of this video. This video is going to be about something totally different. And that is, if you see two people talking to each other, please do not assume that is an invitation for you to go over and butt in. It happened again today. I don't know how many times I've tried to talk to people. Either somebody I already know or somebody new. Maybe I'm trying to meet somebody or something like that. And I'll be damned if I don't talk to them for about 30 seconds and there comes somebody over, just beelines over, like, oh, hi, here I am. What are you talking about? It's like, well, we're not talking to you. So please don't do that. When you see two people talking, stay out of it. If you need to talk to the person, like for a legitimate reason, that's one thing. Wait your turn. Because I do that. In my job, I have to talk to a lot of different people and at different places, and about job things. And lots of times they're busy. They're talking to someone, and I wait my turn. If they're talking to somebody, and I see that, I make a U-turn. I go back the other way and go do something else. I come back after a while. If it's important, very imperative that I speak to them then I'll wait around in the background, but I wait. I'm not a patient person by any stretch of the imagination, but I do it because it's respectful. So don't do that. Don't do that. When you see people talking, don't just be like a kid and just like walk up. Hi. Stay out of it. Go somewhere else. If it's important, stay over there out of the background. Let the people finish their conversation because I can't stand that. It's just, I was talking to somebody today, and I had to ask the person in the store, about something, or I had to tell them some information, whatever the case was. I don't remember. And I start to talk to them, and then some fool comes over here to boo boo. Hey, what's this? Like, do you not see me talking to this person? And that's a thing these days. I hate to dive into this, but that's a thing these days. People do that. They're just pushy. People have lost respect for other people. They only exist in their own world. It's only them. It's only about them, I guess. I don't know. But, I walk around grocery stores all day, 5 days a week, and I can't tell you how many times I walk down the back end of a grocery, where the aisles come out, or the front, I can't tell you how many times I have went straight across the store like that and almost got run down by somebody coming out with a buggy at high speed. Didn't even stop to look to see if there's anybody walking around the corner right there. Not whatsoever. And I used to say, oh, I'm sorry. But I don't say that anymore because I'm not sorry, as I didn't do anything wrong. Okay? If I'm walking straight across in the open area, going this way, it's like driving a car. It's like this lane, this area, this movement of traffic, of people has the right of way over ding-dongs coming out of these aisles here. So I don't say I'm sorry. I just, if one of them's about to run me down, I just stop, and slow down and just walk on. Maybe that's, I'm sure some ding dong goes, oh, you're sorry. No, I shouldn't say I'm sorry because you should look where you're going. It happens all the time. And it's just, people are just so disrespectful these days. I've went into places and bought things. I've bought stuff and people won't say thank you for shopping here or have a good day or anything. There's like, The way they look at me, I'm like, why don't you just tell me? Why don't you just die? You know, it's that way everywhere. It's on the road, it's in stores, it's just everywhere. People are just disrespectful hooligans. That's all they are. I mean, you know, we're supposed to do this social distance and stuff, which I try to do. And I'll be standing there doing something, doing my job, you know, at a section in a store, and I'll just sense something, and sure enough, I'll have someone turn this way, and there'll be someone within like a foot of me just standing there. I guess I should be thankful in one regard is that apparently I don't look like I'm nuts or crazy or scary or something like that, because if I was, I guess people wouldn't even get close to me. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should do something well, I don't know how I could do that. I don't want to do it anyway. Not at this point. I got too much invested in my career to do that sort of stuff. But it's just, you know, the other week when I drove this car out, I think the last time I had this car out, when I drove down to that Harbor Freight that wasn't open, and you know, the lady almost ran into me. You know, she wasn't going that fast, but she just took up the whole parking lot. Like, you know, here, the lesson of the day for you. Please remember this. Please remember there are other people in this world besides you. It's not just you. It might be hard to believe, but you're not the only person around here. So, you know, give people some space. Anticipate there may be some other human in your vicinity at some point. And by all means, if you see two people talking to each other and they're not looking at you and say, hey, come over here and interrupt us. If they're not saying that, stay out of it. Stay out of it and shut up. Just putting it kindly. Because I don't, you know, and I mean, this has been in the past. You know, maybe when I was more interested in meeting new people than I am now, you know, I meet someone and we kind of get a conversation going, and I'll be damned if there comes somebody over, some third leg over there, some third wheel comes over to want to be part of things. I don't want you to be part of things. I don't want you here. Get away. Get out of here. Leave. So anyway. All right, that's my rant for the day. So, man, it's been a beautiful day. You know, I said earlier in another video, I said it's cold and clear and rainy and warm. Well, somehow or another, it's been clear and kind of warm. So, I don't know, what do you think? Maybe we'll get a tornado tomorrow. So, all right. Well, anyway, I don't have much to do on this car. And those of you probably looking, you know, people that look at videos, they listen to me, but they're looking around in the background to see what I'm actually doing. I'm not doing really anything. I just took my formats out that I keep in my cars. Those are good formats, and I'm not letting those go with it. And I had to restick this cover. This is a real nice cover. They used to be about $50, and now they're about $120. But they give you this stuff, looks exactly like that clear silicone, and that stuff didn't work for anything. So I went and used some other stuff, and I got to weighing it down. That should be fine now. I complain, but $120 on this car is a lot better than $400 for a new dash pad. So anyway, just took everything out of it. There really isn't anything else to do to this car whatsoever. It is a runner and a driver. It is ready to go anywhere. This car, I've had it, let's see, how long now? About 4 years now. Is that right? No, 5 years. 5 years, because I bought this car in, I think it was May of 2017, back when I was living in the land of the residents down there. So, had it ever since. This really hasn't. You know, I hope I don't jinx myself, but I've seen more than a few slant sixes that weren't any good, that blew up or whatever. And this one's been a good one. It's never used oil or anything. So anyway, I will be, I always come back to this car when I want to go drive something. I always come back. This is such a fun car to drive, and I'm gonna miss it in a way, but I've got things, just kind of making a transition. We're not going away from the Mopars, but I've got a few things that I want to get into. I got that Scamp and maybe something else coming too. I don't know yet, but I'm kind of just in the phase right now that I want to get a couple more different kind of project cars collected up. Sort of a rainy day thing. I'm real careful about that because, like I said, there's people I've met, on YouTube, of course, that I kind of see myself years ago just buying all this stuff, and you realize you keep buying all this stuff and you're not getting anything done except taking things apart. You're a disassembler. At some point, you got to put something back together. If you're really into stuff, I mean, if you're into the idea of putting a project together, it could come apart, but at some point you got to put it back together. That's where so many people get stopped. They disassemble something, and they're like, "Oh, damn, that part was fun. Now, you mean I got to put all this back together? I got to fix it." Shit. Oh, I'm going to show you something while we're out here rapping. Look what I did. I like my red tow hooks. I just thought of that on the way home today to do that. And I'm not, I wasn't sure how it would look, but I kind of like them. I'll confess, I'm not normally a person that does stuff kind of out of the box. I'm really pretty strict and stringent and just do it the way it's supposed to be and paint it the way it's supposed to be. But I thought of this idea because I kept seeing these GMC trucks driving the other way with those red tow hooks on them. And, look at this, man. I've got the same thing. I've got just as nice as those trucks for just a little bit of leftover red paint I had laying around. See, people pay $50,000 for those trucks, and here I've got, look, exactly the same. That's an old Tiger. I just bought that off eBay. I don't know who Larry Fannin is. It has nothing to do with this truck, but I thought it looked good. The heartbeat of Moorhead, Kentucky. Has anybody ever been to Moorhead, Kentucky? I actually have, for a reason. Years ago. That's back in the sticks out there, too. There isn't much in Moorhead, Kentucky. But one of my side hobbies that I've kind of gotten out of in recent years is railroad. Not really so much. Railroading, trains now are pretty boring. It's the same kind of engines, all the same stuff, And it's just not like it used to be. But I like doing a lot of research, like railroad. I guess you could call it railroad archaeology. And there used to be a railroad up there in Moorhead coincidentally called Moorhead and North Fork. You can Google that if you want to. And it connected to the C&O there in that vicinity, the line that ran from Ashland, Kentucky out to Lexington, Kentucky. It was Lexington Branch, terminated there. But in the mid-1980s, 85 or so, they pulled up the C&O, they abandoned it. And so that Moorhead and North Fork subsequently was marooned. So there's some stuff left there of it, but there's no outlet to it. So when the C&O got abandoned, the Moorhead and North Fork did too. So anyway, so that's why I was in Moorhead, Kentucky. Actually, I have family in Kentucky, so it wasn't that far away. It's just a little side trip. But yeah, I can actually say I've been to Moorhead, Kentucky. I could tell Musty one joke there. What do you like? Moorhead. I better go on that one. We'll see you around, guys. Remember, don't interrupt. See you around. Bye.